Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you to all of you watching this asynchronously for our event today. I am Travis Giffen, the Assistant Director of Online Programs here at the College of Education. Very excited to have the co-chair of the Graduate Student Conference, Judith Kong-Gufio, here with us today to share about her experiences with the Graduate Student Conference, talk about the Graduate Student Conference, and then her experiences with getting involved while still being an online student here at the College of Education. This event is recorded, just to give everyone that reminder. And with that said, I'm going to let our guest introduce herself a bit, share a bit about the Graduate Student Conference, an overview of her role in the Graduate Student Conference, and then I have some prepared questions for Judith, and then we will open up to Q&A from everybody in the audience. So we should have plenty of time to get through all of that today. I just want to thank you all for joining us. And with that, Judith.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming and spending your lunch with us, I will say. My name is Judith Kong, and I'm ED student, and my concentration is diversity and equity. And this is I'm entering my third year into the program. And last year, I was like the co-chair of the conference, as he said, and my research interest is like equity access to program like TAL program, advanced classes, and STEM classes in K-12. So should I move up with the conference or?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and start with the conference? And I also forgot, I want to ask a quick poll question to everybody here. So could you share a bit about the conference, what it was like last year, on what individuals might expect if they were to attend?
Yeah. The conference has been there around for a while now. It was created in 2010 to help create a community and get students involved together and share their work. And the conference, it happens generally the first or the second week, Friday of March, depending on the school calendar. And it's organized by a planning committee. The planning committee is comprised of advisor, the associate dean of education and her assistant, the co-chairs, and the students. And the students are in committee members. We have 6 committees where you can get involved. So you have plenty of room to find like what you like the most, and you can get involved in one of the 6 committees. And the conference is on one day, the Friday. It starts by opening remark of the dean, then the keynote speaker note. We divide into session. We have 3 types of session: paper session, roundtable, and poster session. So even there, you can still find a way to get involved into the conference. If you don't want paper, you can go to roundtable or do your poster session. And after the poster session, we have a lunch with alumni or a panel. It depends on who you can reach and how fast you can organize it sometimes. And we go back to session. And at the end of the day, we have the awards. Generally, we offer 4 awards, 2 in paper session, 1 in the other, 1 in each other session. And the closing remark last year, it was the associate dean. But the day before, in the evening, the conference, in the evening, we have the mix and mingle. Generally, it's just students meeting together, trying to know, speaking about and playing games. So globally, that's how it was like here.
Thank you. And thank you for everybody who answered that poll. So I guess one of the first questions I have for you that folks might be interested in is what inspired you to get involved with the conference and take on the responsibility as co-chair?
Personally, like online students, sometimes you feel like you are invisible. And for me, at the beginning, I was like, am I doing a program or am I not doing it? And being involved, like I feel more committed even to my work. Like you have deadline, you are not in school, but you still feel like you are in school. Whether when you are not involved, you have the emails, you have the paper. For me, personally, I feel like when you are more involved, you are more committed to your work too, because you are involved, they know you. You have that like, oh, I need to do my, I don't want. So for me, it's like kind of a commitment, and also like the feeling that when you say you do an online degree, doctorate degree, people are like, you do nothing good over there. They have that feeling that it's not good enough. So for me, it's like get involved, do as much as possible as you can. And then you can argue about the value of what you are doing because you know what people are doing in presence, even in conference. You get involved. It's not because you are online that you can be part of the conference. So for me, that was like the click. And the first year I saw the announcement, I was like, I joined a committee. And in the committee, I was like, maybe we need more online students. So that's how it started. So,
Thank you. Thank you for that. And yeah, I think, finding ways to get involved is a great opportunity, especially as an online student, to try and make the most and build those relationships. So could you share about what some of the main goals or objectives for the conference, or benefit of even people attending the conference? I know that there's both opportunities to attend both in person, but then, online through virtual environment also.
yeah, last year we did like hybrid. It was in person and online, and I really like that we have it hybrid. And this is the occasion for me, like, to ask online students to get involved, because if we are not involved, there is no worth it to offering that online attendance, because it's like a lot of work coordinating with IT, making sure that you can log in all of the session. You need to find someone sitting there to do that connection. So online students have to show an interest. That's why I think last year I bugged Brianna a little bit too much, like, send the advertisement. Because I feel like if we are not involved, it's like, why are we doing this? They are not interested. Even papers, submit it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a learning experience. You will get, like, you have faculty discussion, they share their point of view, they give you ways to improve, like they give you ideas. So it's still worth it. And even if you are not ready, even in progress paper, you can still submit it. You can attend. If you are not ready, you have ideas, you can see how other people are doing, what they are working on, and it gives you ideas. So I think we have a lot of opportunity. And you network. Now I can send email to a lot of people. Before I didn't know anybody, but now it's different. I feel like I'm more comfortable any faculty sending email because of the conference. Because you need to talk with people and then you build that relationship. It's not like just sending an email to someone you don't know. Like at the beginning, it's a little bit hard, but with time, like now I feel like I'm part of the school. It's not like before I was just someone. Like now I feel like, no, now I'm part of the school. So I think that's a reason, just feeling like that sense of belonging to school. Like, yes, I'm doing something, I'm part of a community. That's a way to go.
Yeah. Finding those ways to get involved is really beneficial. I know I've attended some of the presentations before in the past, and being able to, view those online, I think has been a great benefit, to be able to join and participate throughout the day. You talked a little bit there about, people being able to submit papers, even though it's not perfect, and be able to get that feedback. So one of the other questions that I had for you is, how do people get selected? What's that process look like? Could you share a bit about that for folks on how do people get selected, their papers selected, or presentations selected in order to present?
Like the call for abstract goes out generally around October. I would say around October, you will see the call for abstract. You will have emails from the programs, and you have also the conference site. I will copy it and put it in the chat. Wait, where's my chat? Give me a minute. So you have the conference website, but generally you will receive it by emails, the call for abstract, the deadline, the theme, and everything. Then you submit your paper, you have the requirements, you have to decide upfront if you want a paper session, a round table of a poster session, and you have all the requirements on that page, but generally the announcement will be there. And I said the conference, the committee planning has like 6 committee. We have the abstract selections committee. Generally, people in the abstract selection, they will read the abstract, and we have a criteria to grade the abstract. And we have like kind of a cutoff to select an abstract. And if it's not clear, we don't agree on some, we have a discussion. Why you think it should, why you think it should not. We have that kind of discussion to go through. And if you are unsure, we can ask the associate dean. Like, it's kind of a discussion, like we are not sure to understand this, and we have that discussion, and then we select the one that will go through. And those who go through, those are the one we have the award committee. They will then review those one to have 2 hours in the paper session, 1 in the round table, and 1 in the poster session. So that's how it works. The hour selection first, they select those who will go through, and when they have that, they just turn that one to the hour selection. But the hour selection is a blind. You don't see the name. Even like the abstract selection, the chair will see the names, but they don't review it. Lori sees the name, but it has to be blind. You don't know who you are reviewing. Even the abstract selection, they don't know who they are reviewing. When they choose the paper and everything, then we put back the names on the abstract. So through the end, you don't know who you are reviewing. To avoid like, oh, I know this person. Okay, I will just so
Yeah,
it's
to avoid some of
blind
that
review.
favoritism.
Yeah, we do a blind review. So that's how the papers are selected.
Thank you.
And
That's
I
good.
forgot to say, each paper has 3 persons to review. It's not like one person reviewing one paper. We put 3 persons to review the same paper, and they would give their grade, and it would be like the average. And then we rank them. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing about that process. To know that, folks might be interested in what all goes into that selection process. And in addition to the selection process, I know you touched a little bit on it earlier when talking about the conference in general, but what are all the different ways that online graduate students can get involved or participate in the conference, even if they're not presenting?
If they are not presenting, I would say join the committee. I think it's worth it. You are online, like the abstract selection committee, for example, I did it. You have your abstract, you review it. The meetings to prepare the conference, you can do it online. Those on the campus that are there, but we do it like it was hybrid too. You can still be part of the meeting, and we record the meetings. So if you were not there, you will still like know what's happened in it. So I think like, or attend the conference, because you have to register to attend the conference, but it's free. So I think you can still attend the conference, even the mix and mingle, get to know other students. So there are many ways. And as I said, I would encourage online students to submit their paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. We are there to learn. Nobody is perfect. You get that feedback. And it also prepares you to bigger conference. You need to start somewhere, and I think like the safe place to start is your school. They won't be mean, like they would share like point of view to improve your paper. At the end of the day, all the faculty want you to get like maybe to IERA and present and paper and have some award over there. So the best way to start is start to schoolwork. You have your teachers, they will give like a feedback. Then you are more comfortable sharing as well, because you know that you had like that kind of filter, like now is a better paper. I feel more comfortable bringing it outside.
Thank you. I have some questions about your experiences with the involvement in planning side. Could you share a little bit on anything that you've learned from being a part of the committees of the planning processes, how you've dealt with any difficulties or what that's been like online, or maybe even overcoming any perceived hurdles about participating in a committee?
I would say it is interesting and tiring, but it's interesting because when you are online, for example, you are online, you are used to send email. Most of your communication is by email, you are responsive. It's not always the case if you work mostly with people who are on campus. They meet there, they don't check their emails as often as you do because when you are online, you have your emails, that's what you get. So for you, it's like a click. So sometimes I think as online student, you need to be patient. It's not that they are mean or they don't want to answer. It's just that it's not how they work. Oh, I will see you over there. I will tell you that's it. But when you send it, so it's just like a process, like at the beginning. Remember, I'm online. You won't see me, okay? Answer to my email. And some people we work mostly with like we created like a WhatsApp group, like we share our phone numbers. And also it was kind of easier, like that was the way we went, like because the email is a little bit slow, we have a group like a chat. We chat by phones. So that's a way like you chat by phone, you answer question over there. Whoever is available will answer the question. If they don't know, they will like call out to that person in the group like, hey, Judith, please answer this question. So that's why the way we went, like we created a group chat on with our phones that we shared to kind of manage that. So basically it's that. And when you are co-chair, with Anna, my co-chair, that was different. We were texting each other in crazy hours. But I mean, like at midnight, you are like, we didn't do this. Do you did it? No, I didn't. Since she was there, I would be like, can you check on this person? She's like, okay, he didn't do it. I will go and check on him. So I think it helped since I was online. She was there. Some other things like if I can, she'll be like, okay, let me go talk to that person. So it was kind of helpful that we were not both online when we were planning everything.
So building off of that, what are some of the ways that you've grown, or things that you have helped with your academic or personal professional growth from participating in both in the conference and then as the co-chair?
I think I feel more open-minded. Like looking around, it opens your eyes on some other ways to get involved. And this year, like for this current year, I'm in AERA, the American Education Research Association. I'm a co-chair in division H. So the Graduate Student Award, I'm co-chair there. So it's like opening your eyes, you see different ways to get involved out of the school. Because even that what you can still do it online is the Graduate Student Award Committee. When they have award, you submit paper, you work on it. So I think it opened your mind to look around houses. And I think technology has evolved a lot. So for me, it's like, oh, I can also do this. Now I feel comfortable going there doing this because I did it in school. Like, is the award committee there? Okay, what are they doing? I have scripts that are built on the conference. I can use it here. Now you are like, okay, I need to present here. So I think like it open your mouth, you think better, and you see ways to get involved outside of school. And I think it's doing it really helped me with that. And even with faculty, you have an idea, you know who is working in which area, you can reach out. So I think like you improve yourself, like even as a student, you feel more comfortable talking with people, even at school. But before, for me, it wasn't that. It was just like a list of names. You have a website, just names. Now it's more than names now.
Yeah, you're making, those interpersonal relationships beyond just the college, even, sounds like. Expanding that and having those interpersonal relationships you'd be able to build on and call on for hopefully, many years to come. Do you have any advice for other students on if they're looking to get involved in a committee, on why they should, or on those first steps? Any advice that you have for students looking to get involved?
The first steps, I would say you can look out to the announcement, but even before on the website, we have the email. Let me copy the email. You can just email the Graduate Student Conference Committee. Let me put it. Like, I'm interested, I would like to get involved. They will answer the email. Where is it? Where did I put my chat again? Here is the email. You can just send out the email. Like, I would like to get involved in the next conference. Now they're forming the committee are getting formed. So it's still time to get involved in one of the committee. You just send an email. Generally, they will answer, and next time put you in that email list and like share the committee description with you, so you see where you think fits better with your skills and whatever you want. So I think the first step, you have announcement, but you don't need to wait for that announcement to get involved. You can just email the Graduate Student Conference. The email is monitored. They will get back to you. And then you can join the committee. They share if you have questions, you want the description of the committees, they will share that with you, and then you can join in the next meeting. When the meeting will start, they will reach out to you, like, we are starting the meeting. Generally, the meeting at the beginning, we were meeting bi-weekly, but the more you get close to the conference, it's weekly, but it's around we decide, but when you meet is a committee decision. Last year, we were meeting around lunchtime, but the year before, most of the people prefer, at some point we did twice, lunchtime and in the afternoon. So it really depends on, we vote as a committee, what works best for the majority, when do we want to, it's not like something, you work on it as a committee and you decide when to work. So I think it's open. And the emails, even the call for abstract, we send email. The Graduate Student Conference, you send the email. The graduate school, Brianna sent emails too for online student. Yeah. Yes, I will call her name. So this year we are putting responsibilities on her. And I'm happy she created like the Canvas web page, because at some points, like I was getting lost. Like at the beginning, you need to find things and you are like, where do I go as online student? Now it's easier. You go on Canvas, you have all of these. So I think like as online student, since I started, I think it's getting better on what I envision as online student, like all those resources. And I think it's getting better compared to when I started. So I think we need to get involved to push people to improve. Like if you don't use the Canvas website, why would Brianna spend her time improving it? Go on it, check. Oh, I'm not saying this. Oh, you need this. Okay, we'll add this part on it. So that's why I'm like, the school is doing their part, but as students, we need to do like our part. We want it to be improved. You need to use it. And what do you need? People don't just guess what you want. I need this to succeed. Okay, let's see how to make it happen. So I think online students need to get involved.
Oh, thank you for the kind words. And I'm sure Brianna's happy to hear that the Canvas site is getting good use. And yeah, us in the online programs, we're always open to hearing from students, and we want to know what it is that you feel you need in order to succeed, so that we can do our best to support you and help meet those needs and provide those resources for all of our online students. Also, I wanted to just, before I forget, read out that email that Judith put in the chat. So it's gsc@education.illinois.edu for folks if they're interested in getting involved with the Graduate Student Conference. And kind of with that, I wanted to open it up to questions from our audience and give everybody a chance to be able to ask any questions that they might have for Judith about the Graduate Student Conference or about her experience in getting involved in online student. You can go ahead and either raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask that question, or you can go ahead and type that in the chat. If you would like me to read that question out for everybody, I'd be happy to do that, to ask those questions. So I'll give folks a little bit of time to answer that. And while folks are thinking of things, Judith, I just wanted to give you a little bit of time here. Is there anything else that you'd like to share real quick while folks are thinking? Anything that you'd like to share about the conference or your role in the conference?
I think the main thing I would like to share is call on online students to participate. I think you need to be present for people not to forget about you. So you are there, you are part of the school. Show that you are part of it. Be present, participate, whatever they do for online students, you need to show up. That's why I think like that's a way to make things happen for you. I'm here.
Thank you. We got one question in the chat. Could you provide some more information about the conference date and theme, if any of that has been decided, or how folks might be able to stay in touch? I know that you had said that the website was a good way to stay in touch, and yeah, we will definitely have updates, I'm sure, in the Canvas group for that information, and then the emails that go out to the listserv and to students to get involved too. But didn't know if you had.
But the date, we don't have the date yet. The committee still has to decide, but January is the first or second Friday of March. It's around that date. Then it depends on the school calendar. When we go, we have a break. Sometimes I didn't check the calendar this year, but it's generally before the break. The conference happens before the break, the week before the break. So January is around this date. The theme, then they have not decided yet, but it will be out soon. But the theme generally is decided in the committee. We will propose like many themes, and you agree on one, and it will be the theme of the conference. So it's not one person picking the theme; we pick it as a committee. We meet. If we have many of them, we discuss the advantage of the inconvenience of each theme. And as a committee, we do like a vote. We rank. We ask all committee members, we do like a vote. All committee members, you rank the theme, and when we rank, the first one will be the theme of the conference.
Yeah, and while you were talking, I went and looked at the calendar for March 2024. So it looks like the 1st and 8th are the first 2 Fridays in March. So it'll probably be sometime around then. Thank you for that question. Any other questions? Well, while folks are thinking, I did want to give Brianna a little bit of time to just quickly share. So there's also the Graduate Student Conference is coming up soon. And so while we have some of our graduate students here, just wanted to give Brianna a quick bit of time to share about that while folks are thinking of any other questions.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Brianna Davis. I think I know many, if not all of you, so thank you so much for being here. I'm the online student advisor And I just wanted to give a quick plug about Graduate Student Appreciation Week, which happens every year in the fall. This year, it will be the week of October 9th through, so October 9th through the 13th. You will start seeing some emails from me. We'll include information in the Canvas announcements. If you haven't joined our Canvas page, please be sure to do so. If you're not sure how to access that, reach out to me. But we will be having all sorts of fun stuff going on during Grad Student Appreciation Week. The Graduate College will also be fostering some fun events. I know they have a virtual game night event scheduled for Thursday of that week. So you will be getting emails about those sorts of opportunities. So if you're looking for different ways to engage as a student outside of the classroom, if you're looking for ways to get involved, that online virtual game night is a great way to kind of socialize and network with some different peers. Sounds like they've got a lot of fun stuff planned for that. We will also be hosting some different asynchronous opportunities for you to connect with your peers. So again, we'll send out some information about that. But I did want to just give a quick plug that Grad Student Appreciation Week is really just an initiative put on by the Grad College to help our students to feel excited and appreciated within their programs and to connect with their peers and do some different networking and things like that. So if you are looking to get involved as an online student, but you're not exactly sure where to begin, Grad Student Appreciation Week is a really great way to engage, and it's a fun way to engage as well. It's made to be fun for our students and to help you feel included in our campus community as well. So again, that will be October 9th through the 13th. I will not let you forget about it. I will send you all sorts of emails about the fun details. But we hope that you are able to participate in some of those fun events.
Thanks, Brianna. While folks are still thinking, before folks take off for the rest of the day, just had a quick poll for feedback from everybody.
Judith, I have a quick question, if I may. So I know that you said that an official date hasn't been set for the conference yet, but for students who are interested in getting involved or who are maybe not interested in a committee, but maybe they want to present, what are some things that students can be doing right now in anticipation of the conference? Is it acceptable to reach out to the grad conference committee now about wanting to get involved with the committee, or for people who are presenting or wanting to present, what are some things that they can do to prepare for submitting a proposal?
Like getting involved, yes, they can definitely reach out now through that email, yeah, because
Great.
the committee they are forming the committee now, so
Great.
that's the moment to reach out to be part of it. For the abstract, if you have something in mind, I would say work on it, and then you need the conference team to see how it fits and how you will work on it. But like the abstract, your work, generally the abstract is the summary of what you are doing, and you have the requirement. If you want, like on the web page as I shared, we have like abstract overview and the call for proposal. You can see there, like, to have an idea, you can go on the web page and see like what we asked last year. You will have like an idea before they send out the call for abstract for this year. So
Awesome.
I think that's
awesome. That's great information. And, for current students, it might make sense for them to connect with their faculty advisors if they're not sure what they'd like to do, but they could start working on an abstract right now, potentially.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Generally, the call for us, like, it will close around December or January.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, now would be a great time to start thinking about an abstract and to start developing that. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, for that feedback. Any other last questions from folks? Just wanted to thank everybody again, both current students and some prospects who joined us to learn a bit more about the Graduate Student Conference and ways to get involved as an online student. All right. Well, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to myself or Brianna, or us at onlineprograms@education.illinois.edu. We're happy to connect with you, answer those questions, or even try to help you get more involved if there's things that you're interested in. So have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.